Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be working on a shirt with multiple layers. I'm using bonded fabric, and I'm also using fabric that I've already sewn in layers, and it cut it out as the Cricut maker cut it out as well. It did have a little bit of a hard time. You can see the swirl here. It did cut that off, but I mean, this is very small and intricate, so, and that was with the rotary blade, so I don't blame it at all. Other than that, I mean, it cut out all of these pieces with no issues. I will say on this, because you do have, as you can see, there's layers of double fabric. So if you've been kind of wondering about that, it did go through both layers, but there would be a little spot that it may hang up here and there, and I just kind of tugged on it or snipped it with my scissors, and it was no big deal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this in layers. I'm going to go ahead and get these pieces put together really quick, these applique pieces, and then we'll start putting this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my Teflon sheet here, and I'm going to start with my big one first. So I'm going to move my little one out of the way. So, and I've got it on 305 just because, you know, it's not, because I'm going to be using glitter and stuff, but since it's just bonded fabric, I'm going to do it at 305. And this is the first time that I'm using the Easy Press to do this. So we're going to see how this will work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down on my Teflon sheet here. And so I've got my black. I'm going to line all of these up the way that I want them. So this is from a project, these right here are from a project that I'm actually working on right now. I'm trying to work on, I'll finish that up today so I can upload it. So this is just scrap pieces. So go through your scrap pieces. And I'm going to do all three of these little pieces at one time. I'm going to come down very gently. And I'm just going to hold it for about, I'm going to do, I should have did this beforehand. I'm going to do, it's already going, so maybe another 5 seconds. But I would do 10 seconds at a time. Probably about 20 to 30 seconds. So it seems like everything's down pretty well. So I'm going to leave that there to cool down, and we're going to work on the next one. What we're going to do is I'm going to move this up a little bit. Get these lined up. Now this one did cut this little tiny piece off because it was a very small strip there to hold it together, and that was fine. So you've got this little piece by itself. So that looks good. That looks about where I want it. Let me mess with my stem just a little bit. Everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and press this one. So like I said, so let me do my timer this time for 10 seconds. So I'm going to very carefully, so nothing slides. Hold it down for 10 seconds. I'm just giving it a little bit of pressure since we're working with applique here. Okay. Let's see. Because we are also going to be pushing this down on our shirt. So we just want it enough to where it's going to stick. That looks good. So now that, let's go ahead and move this back over here. I'm going to go ahead and peel this off of my Teflon sheet here. Just gotta capture a corner. Be real careful so you don't fray your edges. We're gonna go ahead and take these, and this is the one that's gonna be in the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and start figuring out my shirt here to figure out where I want everything laid. So we need to remember I need to be down 3 inches, so I'm just going to leave this here for now so I can figure out where I'm at. And then we're going to get our fab. And I just looked up this cute little, fall shirts, and this is one that comes up. I just go on Google Images and just try to find cute ideas. So I definitely did not come up with this. Okay, let's see. I'll go ahead and lay this one here. And okay, I'm gonna go ahead and before I move my wooden ruler, I'm going to take another ruler, and I'm going to go ahead and measure and see if they're about the same side with everything. Let's see. We could probably come over this way just a hair. Okay. Okay, I think everything seems pretty straight, so I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm going to very carefully push my ruler. I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. And I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure, like I said, since we're working with bonded fabric. Okay. I'm going to give that a second to kind of cool down so I can see if I need to do it again. But I thought it would be neat to show you a different element, showing you fabric, applique, as well as working with like the glitter vinyl and stuff. So, but I've been curious if we could layer fabric like this. So in case anybody else has been wondering, yes, it is possible. Like I said, you'll have to snip it just a little here and there where the fibers just kind of get stuck, but not a big deal at all, especially, I mean, if it's going to be doing all this work. I'll have to do another video on that so you guys can kind of see how it did. But I did do that little clip of it. So let's see. Okay, I think I'm going to give it another 10 seconds and be done with it. So, and the reason why I don't know, so I would do 10 seconds at a time. I wouldn't do the full 20 seconds just so you can test. So far we're at 20 seconds is what it's going to take, just because we haven't used an easy press before today. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do the first part. First go. And this is the Parsby glitter vinyl. I know I say that in each video because not everybody would see every single video. So Parsby glitter vinyl is what this is. And the fabric is between Riley Blake and Moda. Okay. Did anybody take advantage of the birthday sale for the Missouri Star Quilts? I did. I took advantage and purchased multiple fabrics, and I got the bundle and stuff. I'm going to do a haul video on that. So you'll see that coming very soon. I got the, okay, let me go ahead and do this piece. We had to separate it into 3 pieces because it was so long. I did get I like to get the fat quarters for this because they are 18 by 21, so that way you could just trim off down to 12. So it'd be easy to work with for our Cricut maker. Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and cool this down really quick. And I probably didn't have all of that in frame, so let me cool this down so you guys can see. And I did see on a post on Facebook today, somebody asking, like, if you get lines in here from where you had to move stuff around, at the end, just put your pressing sheet on here, your Teflon sheet, and then go over it again for just a few seconds, and it'll smooth everything out after you get your little pieces off here. And I definitely recommend doing a separate Teflon sheet from your applique, so that way you don't get your sticky stuff all over everything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. As you can see, 20 seconds for each little area, and it's on there. And I've been making these shirts. I've been making shirts every Thursday for game day, and they've been just coming out, and everything's going through the wash very nicely. Okay. So look how cute that is. Do I got everything in frame? That is adorable. So let me bring my little applique guy up to you. And this is a small. I got my shirts from Michael's. They were on sale for 5 for $10 a few weeks ago, plus an extra 20% off, and I think I got them for like $1.60 a shirt. So I took advantage of that. So definitely look around for deals like that and stock up on shirts. Okay, so now let's do the back. I like to come down around 5 or 6 inches on the back. So we're going to go ahead and lay this down, and I'm not going to worry about my stem until I'm ready to go. I think we're going to put this part, the base part, on 6. So it's going to go right about here. Now I'm going to go ahead and make sure everything's kind of evened up here. I can come over this way some. I'm going to go back to 305. Okay, so what I'm going to do for the back here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, because we're doing a monogram with regular HTV. This is Parsby as well. I'm going to go ahead, before we get this ironed down, since we're going to be doing a whole full 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and get my letters in place here on my pumpkin. So I've got my little tiny piece, making sure it's still lined up. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this, and we're pressing for the full 30 seconds. 10 more seconds than it probably needs. So very gently. We're going to push down, push go. And so this is doing the applique and the vinyl at the same time. And I will have the link down below for the Parsby vinyl, and that way you guys can know. I have a lot of people ask me in the videos, they're like, what did you say? So it's Parsby vinyl, and I'll have the link down in the description. Okay, so I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cool this down. Isn't it so much fun to be able to design our own shirts? Isn't this super cute? So it's literally, the shirt cost me $1.60 in material, and the lettering and stuff, say $2. So say I have $4 in this shirt, and this is like a $26 boutique shirt. Super adorable. So, and this pumpkin is in design. So there we go. You could take this through your machine and stitch and make it super cute and border around it. But isn't that adorable? Let me step back so you guys can see it. So there it is, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.